about
You
that.
think a theocracy would be logistically good for just people?
Yes, yes.
Oh my god, Ben!
Nina, growing growing up in a system where the king and queen fear Christ is the greatest system you could have. What's coming our way is a big Christian nationalist movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying my best to stop. Would you? I mean,
You better
would
hop
you
on the
really
wave with
want
us, Nina.
Sharia
We're going to,
law?
you,
Like,
me, and
you're gonna,
Razor are going to church. It's time. No more depression, no more anxiety. We're going to church.
do you believe in any sort of like actual practical uh help for people?
No, because progressive, practical,
Okay, you just
pro-
saying it.
anything progressive and practical, where did it lead us? Anxiety, depression, suicide,
It led
low
us to get
mental
rid
health.
of slavery. It led us. So wait, are you becoming a dictator? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking that. I know that's what you want.
Well, if if it works, bad me.
Oh God, just stop
Are
it.
you a Star Wars fan?
Um, Not a fan. Razor is though, so I am adjacent.
Right, but it seems like you think that everyone in the church is like a superhero. Aren't they just humans who sin as well?
Okay, but that has nothing to do with that. I mean, yeah,
I
people
don't
are
know. I can't
people.
imagine hating God because of humanity's flaws. It's kind of weird.
Okay, then what's God doing?
Well, you have free will, right? So God's watching.
Okay, but he's not doing anything for me, so if he's not doing anything, then why does it matter?
I mean, didn't he give you life?
No,
Who gave you life?
my mom and dad,
And who gave them life?
their parents.
And then how far does this go? To
Are you
God,
really
right?
gonna go? Oh my God! So is
Or does
in
it go
your
to
mind like
does it go to the Big Bang Theory?
I would imagine so. Yes, if you're gonna go all the way back. No, she's like an idiot. You know, she wanted to jail parents for their kids skipping school.
Based.
Oh my God! How do you have the worst takes?
No, no. Marriage is for God. That's number one.
What?
And but I have to be a little softer because they said like some of my takes get me banned on TikTok fast. Is that true?
I mean, not really.
Hopefully not.
I think that you just can't
I
be
just want to go
like
to war with Zoomers.
ridiculously
I just want to go to
go to
war
war.
with women
Well,
and
then you're not
Zoomers.
gonna win. The Zoomers are the people that you need. Those are the people on TikTok.
No, no, but I'm only farming Zoomers who hate Zoomers. That's my favorite crowd.
Zoomers self-hate. Okay, so let's workshop that. What does Zoomer hate about themselves? So they would hate people. They'd hate something that is exactly them, but they don't see that they're also a victim of it.
Well, you and I hate millennials, right?
No, that's just you.
You like millennials? Like, what have they ever done?
We're both millennials, so a
But
lot.
most millennials are kind of just losers.
No, you have to do like the okay, think of like trad cath like or trad
Yeah,
TikTok women.
yeah,
Like, like trad wife women that are like I unironically like slutting it up on TikTok. Which is very funny.
yeah. I
So you
want to
gotta
look
go
at the
kind of with
camera and be
that.
like, repent, repent, and I want
Yeah,
to
you
do
gotta then show your or something.
no. I'm gonna do like exorcist type content. Like I want to be Zherka, the exorcist of globalism.
Well, I don't think Zoom. Oh! You did kind of okay. There is this weird like uh oh you have to be like a Steven retention guy because like there's like
Yes,
some weird Zoomers that are like against that.
yes, yes, yes. And Nina, I need you to dress up in all blue. I'll dress up in all red,
I don't even think I
and
own all of them.
we'll get you like a hey, Bernie bro shirt, and
No, let's go.
we can just do streams where we pick each other's brains until we hate each other.
Would it offend you if I bought you Hassan's himbo merch as a Christmas present?
Actually, no, because I'm so about memes that I'd wear a Biden shirt. Like I'm all about memes, right? I'll just start being a pedo as well. That's your
All right,
president.
we'll exchange presents. You can buy
How
me
do you
a
feel about your president
comical
being
Trump
a?
hat or
How
something.
do you feel about your president being kind of a pedo?
What?
No
I mean, do you think
comment.
I like Joe Biden?
Like, did you see his daughter's diary?
No, I don't read his. That's weird. Why would I read his daughter's diary?
Because it was news. Did Vosh not cover it?
I mean, are you talking about this weird leak that was like 3 years ago?
Yeah, is that when he?
All right, link it. Link it. I'll read it if you link it.
No,
You
shut.
think
You're
I'm
gonna.
afraid? You think I'm afraid of looking at this type of shit? Link it, bitch.
Okay, chat. Go do your thing. Are
They
you sure
even
you
do
want to read it?
links. I mean, is it really like as long as it comes with the proof that it's not just some random bullshit?
Okay, she's not scared. Someone link it and we'll have you read.
I feel like you haven't read it then.
No, I have. She says she took uncomfortable showers with him. Inappropriate.
Okay, so you proof or what?
And Hunter Biden saved Joe Biden's name in his phone as pedo something.
Why would he do that?
I don't know why.
Even if every accusation of every like the worst, like, would you like? What's the logic there?
Have you ever named?
Just in case I forgot.
Have you ever saved your dad under pedo Pete in your phone?
Why would it be Pete?
Okay, what's your dad's first name?
Is it Pete Buttigieg? Can we create the narrative?
Well, would you ever save your dad as a pedo name in your phone?
No, why would I do that?
Why would Hunter Biden do that?
Well, I mean, did he actually do that? Because I could make up a lot of things that I don't think that you would do.
He actually did, yeah.
Would you like take nude pictures of your mom? Like, I mean, like, what do you mean? Like, there's a lot of weird shit that people don't do that doesn't mean other people are doing it. Like, I don't understand your point with saying that.
Would you take nudes of your mom?
I have not taken nudes of my mom.
I didn't ask if you did. I said, would you?
Would I? No. I mean, unless she like wanted like help, but I would not be interested in doing that.
What do you mean help for OnlyFans?
I don't know. She's taking it like OnlyFans. I've got to support my queen, you know?
Oh my god! So she's like bent over, you're supporting mommy?
No, oh my god.
Well, that's what OF is.
Making a joke.
You're so satanic.
Have you ever been on OnlyFans?
Have I what?
Would you or have you ever either made or subscribed to somebody's OnlyFans?
Never subscribed, never clicked on it, never made. I got a bunch of free ones, and I still didn't.
Wait, how did you get free ones?
Because these girls on my podcast are like, "Hey, John, you want to see this?" And years ago, and I would be like, I still wouldn't click though, but I got a lot of free stuff, and I still don't know how it works. I know it's like Twitter; you scroll through it, but I'm weird. Like, I'll show you my phone, my whole Twitter feed. It's almost impossible to find and nudes. It's very hard. Like, I cleaned up. Like, I don't watch that stuff. The only time
wait, you're telling me you don't wait, so you are a semen this isn't a good joke? Like, I don't understand. You're
no,
totally lying to me.
I've only when I want to like get off, I would cyber. That's what I used to do.
Oh, so is that less or more degenerate?
With someone that I was with. So not that.
Okay, so when you're not in a relationship with somebody, when was the last time you were in a relationship with somebody?
Months ago, but if I'm alone, I'll fap like maybe twice a week when I'm exploding. Very rare, and then I'll just be aggressive all week because I don't do it, and it'll always be to imagination. It will never be to content, ever.
I mean, it kind of seems like it would be the same thing either way.
No. Imagination would be like my past and stuff I've done. Like... Stuff I've done in my past. It wouldn't be like watching some girl get plowed on camera.
What the fuck is this stupid like?
I think there's people out there that are like me that are anti-watching.
Anti-watching?
Yeah, like
why?
Because it's what you're doing when you're watching the hub is you're watching someone who's molested and traumatized cope with it and trying to make.
Okay, Kanye.
Well, I said this years ago.
So you're telling me that that's why I would say OnlyFans is more ethical, I guess you would say. It's because I think a lot of the people, you're right, that the industry is very exploitative, and that's very woke of you. But And I do think that there is a problem in that industry for obvious reasons. But I do think typically OnlyFans is generally like just that person that you know, so you know that it's like more of an ethical. Um,
Yeah,
it's
but
like a
Nina,
vegan.
how how many OnlyFans chicks have you met that got their head screwed on the right way? It's always like this story where they got molested, or their dad hates them, and it's always like them trying to conquer sexuality by.
I think that's more to do with the patriarchy, and I know that's going to be triggering for me to say, and
We love
limbs,
it.
right? Yeah, no, patriarchy is not good for young men too, and we can get into that if you actually give a shit about young men. But I think that generally that has to do with the psychotic, especially like a lot of people that I know that are like weirdly sexual and like are like super weird about it are like Christian girls. You know what I mean? Like old
Yeah, like
school.
the Catholic schoolgirl.
Yeah, yeah, like those. You're totally
I
right
mean, I've
with
heard
that.
that. I've heard that, but let's compare that to a blue hair SJW. Those around.
Wait, so are you saying that the blue-haired SJW
Yes,
was
she's still.
molested, or that she's got it? Like, what
Oh,
level is she
if
at?
they the blue hair
Well, the
SJ.
blue-haired SJW might be the Christian girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's fair. But yeah, it's always comes from some molestation every single time, and they don't admit it until years down the road when they have kids and they become more red pill. But did you know?
You think having kids makes you red pill?
Well, it definitely makes you less of a feminist. Like it made my mom wake up. Like my
Your
mom
mom
hates
is in a
feminists.
completely different age range, my dude. I don't think that you could compare that to the modern woman.
No, but when I said mom, women nowadays are kind of. She goes, yeah, yeah, I was like that. You have kids and you realize what's important. So
That
my
that
mom
doesn't mean
pretty
she's
much
red
said
pilled.
my mom gave the worst advice ever. She said, "Go knock up someone and she'll change." I was like, "No, that's not how it works."
Ironically, it seemed like you were saying that.
Yeah, no, my mom thinks like women change after kids. I'm like,
Mm.
this is not 1940s, bro.
But you just.
Isn't that the best time to live in? 1950s America.
Oh yeah, when segregation was still a thing.
Well, I'm talking about male female dynamics.
No.
Really? Did you know that they used to the hoes would go up to the hill in the car and make out, and if they made out with a guy, they were considered a hoe. Just making out.
Why is that a good thing? That means you're not making out. I
Well,
mean, like, okay,
because
so
wait,
again,
wait, wait. What do you gain from making out? Don't you gain the world through marriage? Why would I want to make out with a stranger?
well, I assume it would be your girlfriend. It's not a stranger.
Right, but isn't that a beautiful thing where the hoes of society back then, the furthest they took it was making out, whereas now they suck dick on the first
I mean,
date.
there was literally like a huge amount of prostitution back then,
Oh, come
especially
on.
during the
Like
wartime
more
because
than
they needed to
now?
make ends meet for their family. Yeah, of course.
Oh my god. What about this take where molestation wasn't really a thing back then?
That is objectively not true, and
In
that is
comparison,
very
I'm
funny
saying
that you would say that.
Nina, in comparison, nowadays 9 out of 10 girls have been touched by some dude at a party when they were drunk. That wasn't happening in Christian times.
That was absolutely happening. It was happening in way worse ways, but it didn't get reported or getting taken seriously at all. So, what do you
Really?
mean?
So you think when people were having kids at 23 years old that they were at parties drunk and being touched? That just doesn't make any sense. They're too busy taking care of their kids, bro.
23? So that means that they've already basically gone through college?
At
You think that they
21, they
weren't
had
having any.
houses. They had houses at 21.
You know what the problem with having houses at 21 and being impossible now, motherfucker, is that's because of capitalism, bro.
Okay.
That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with any of this weird, like,
Right. No,
gender role shit.
but listen, if the let's say houses were as cheap as they were back then, people still would be having these molestation problems because they just
Okay, you know.
Nina, they just fill up their houses with hoes and they'd have the same problems. It's the Christian aspect. It's the Christian aspect that protected these women.
Yeah, Christianity famously has always been female positive. If you really want to look at like
Yes.
the trends, like look at the male female dynamics in like even like movies from these time periods. Like remember in the 80s where they'd have like somebody like would dress up in a costume. I don't remember if it was like an Animal House or something like that, but he'd like dress or no, it's Revenge of the Nerds, I think. And like he like dresses up, this is an anecdote, but he dresses up like the boyfriend and then he has sex with the girlfriend.
We're not
her
an
thinking,
80s
obviously.
chat. We're not an 80s
Okay,
chat.
but I'm
We're
just
50s.
saying.
We're 50s.
Okay.
We're with Twilight Zone.
You want
We're with those. What's that era called when people were just good people?
segregation, if that's what you're trying to say.
No, we're 1950s without the
You
racism.
think that people were
No,
good people when segregation was a thing?
I'm saying we're 1950s without racism, but with the sexism.
Okay, so that's for one never existed because those
That's
things
what the Zherka
are...
channel is. We're bringing it back.
Oh my god, stop it. Bring it back? Why? You know that's actually really bad for
Nina,
like.
it scares me.
If you're
how
gonna
many-
like shame like women for like, that means that you're gonna f less. Like you know that's
Yes,
like for
yes,
young men.
yes,
that means
yes,
that's bad.
That's what I
for them.
want. Yes,
You're gonna
that's what
get
I want.
fucked way less.
That's what I want. In my,
You
one in
don't
the
want
chat.
men having sex either. You
Yeah,
don't like
one
young
in the
men.
chat if you don't want to pipe, you
more
want to get
incels.
married. One in the chat if you don't want to pipe, you want to get married. Look at this, Nina. We're starved for this, Nina.
Yeah, they're gonna agree with anything you say. If you say like one in the chat, if you want to cut your dick off, they're probably gonna say the same fucking thing. It's for the meme.
Nina, we young men, I'm very young. We are starved for marriage. We're starved.
Then go get married, you dumb bitch. What
To
is your
who,
problem?
Nina? To who? To your friends? To your dumb liberal friends in Austin?
Why is it gonna have to be my problem? It's your problem that you're not married.
Hey, Nina, let me tell you something. We're starved for marriage, and Vosh is ruining it. Vosh is ruining our lives.
Vosh alone, what is he fucking everybody? Like, what is the problem? I think that you're
Man.
shitting on women and other people, or either version of it, misandry and misogyny. Not saying that you're doing both, but I think both of those are bad and are not going to help with the whole marriage issue. Like, this is what I'm saying when you say,
Yo, Nina,
weird
when you
shit.
meet my wife one day, you're gonna be like, Zherka has the happiest.
What, do you
home."
already have one?
One day, I said, when you meet my wife one day, you're gonna.
What are you
say,
looking for in a partner?
Black and white 1950s. That's all.
She
I
has
want.
to be black and white.
She's got to be a time traveler.
Like
yeah.
Betty Boop? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. No, I like a Marilyn Monroe, but not a hoe.
Wait, but you don't want her. Okay, so then why didn't you just say the first one?
Because she was a hoe.
So then you're not explaining anything.
I guess I want. You're gonna see, like, every relationship I've had, they listen to me well and stuff like that, but I never believe in them because of their past traumas. Because women.
Well, it seems like that's...
Nina, have you noticed women cannot unpack past traumas? They have a huge trouble unpacking them, but men.
I would not agree with that.
You don't think women, every cope they have is from a trauma?
You think that women are not more likely to talk about things that have happened in their past? Like, literally, that is so unprovable by just the statistics
don't
with
talk about
male
it. They
rape
repress.
victims and female rape victims. They will report it way more than male rape victims will.
Right, but I'm talking about like being touched when you're unconscious at a party. Do you know most girls don't even report that?
Okay,
And
that's not what we're...
that didn't really happen in the 50s, because in the 50s people would have like one beer.
Oh, were you
maximum.
there?
Yes, I was. And women were in the house.
That's when drunk driving was legal, bro. Is that also on your list of things you like from back then?
Would you be angry if women just cooked and cleaned in society? Would that piss you off?
If it was their choice to do it and they're like, F this, I'm just gonna leech off of this asshole.
What if their choice is affected by mainstream media? What if they're just making the wrong choice? What if they're brainwashed?
I think that
Don't they need
is
John Zherka
really hard to
save them?
determine. Like, I think it's really weird to classify all women into one. It's like saying all men. Like, you don't think that's easy?
No,
Like,
it's
what
not.
if all men? Wait, hold on. What if all men are fucking brainwashed to do this grind set bullshit where you're working
Okay,
your
show the
ass
proof.
off for no reason because you have to be the man or
Okay,
whatever
so Nina,
and like hustle
let's just bring statistics.
instead of
You saying men brainwash, but 80% of the consumer market is the credit card holder, the female. So we know marketing.
what, men don't have credit cards?
Yes, they do. It's on the woman's hand. Women don't have credit cards. Women don't have credit cards, is what you're trying to say.
I have a credit card.
Okay, but check this
Or
out,
going
Nina.
back to the 1915s, because you were
You're
not
not
allowed to have a
women,
credit card
Nina.
until
You're
like
not
the
women.
60s.
You're
So
not
you're
plural.
right
You're not
about
plural.
that, if that's what you're going at.
You're not plural at all. And Nina, look at this. If
I think most women have
80%,
credit cards.
if 80% of the market targets women, including Gillette commercials, then you cannot say men are more programmed by legacy media. Actually, it's a lot harder to sell to a man. Ask a Jehovah's Witness who goes door to door. I'm telling you, Nina, women think
A
they...
Jehovah's Witness?
Yes, that's a salesman.
No, they're not selling anything.
Yes, they are. They're selling you a package that says Mikael is Jesus Christ.
No, they're selling you the idea of not having birthdays and like Christmas. That's not a fucking salesman, my dude.
Birthdays
You're selling nothing.
Birthdays are the gayest thing ever invented. But Nina,
right.
Nina,
Kind of true.
I've never celebrated my birthday. I'm a twin brother. We don't celebrate. That's kind of cringe.
Oh, is it gay because it's both of your birthdays?
No, it's like our family always thought it's kind of cringe how people have a special day. Like my family's weird like that.
That's sad.
Really?
You wouldn't like want to have a little day for you? I mean, I think that's just like supportive.
My family's really anti birthdays, but we're very pro holidays because holidays means people, family together. Birthday,
okay, well, Jehovah's Witnesses are against that.
Birthday is alone. Birthday is a selfish thing. It's not a family thing. It's kind of like, I get presents and I get to feel special.
Your birthday's not for you. It's for the other people around you.
I've always helped out people when it's their birthday, but I've always seen them as weak. Like, oh, it's my birthday.
I think you think everyone's weak.
No, but check this out, Nina.
Who do you think is strong?
Vegeta, Kevin Samuel. Do you know who Vegeta is?
Vegeta. Yeah, of course I do.
You
He was
grew
my
up with
favorite.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
You know who Bulma is?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I always thought Chi-Chi was
A real man
than
is
Bulma.
Kevin Samuels. That guy was more of a man than me.
I know the name. Kevin Samuels. American Internet. Oh my God! This motherfucker.
Yes. That's
I
my
mean, he
that's
died,
my
so
that's my
kind of an
hero.
L.
He is my hero of Red Pill, Nina.
What is amazing about Kevin Samuels is that he would get like, I mean, he's like kind of like the old school, like this is like Fresh and Fit before Fresh and Fit.
It's class and fit. He's classy, and that's
Yeah,
who I
but
want
he
to
is
be as an
actually
old
classy.
man. I want to be a classy old man like him, suit and tie, and just telling women they need to chill out.
What do you die of?
You know, Nina, I always thought the fight you have to take to men and stuff like that. And then I realized, oh, the programming isn't really in the men. The men just gave up. All the programming that you have to deprogram in society is the globalist feminine programming, the gynocentric programming.
The globalist feminine programming.
Yes, are men more feminine now than ever before?
It depends on your definition of that. I would say, in terms of actually giving a shit about their family, I think that men typically are way more interested in giving a shit about their family, but is that masculine? And I mean like that in like every sense of the word, protecting, supporting, all of that. Is that more masculine or a feminine behavior?
Well, the difference from masculine and feminine is the masculine is active and the feminine is passive. That's why a man makes the rules of the house and the woman is passive to them.
So how do you square that away with other people who would say that the feminine role is more emotional?
It is.
That's not really a very passive thing, right?
It is, but that emotional aspect actually heals the man because the man has to be so fucking cold. A man has to be...
She's playing support or what?
Yes, she's playing cleric, priest. Like she's supposed to just run her fingernails down his chest when he's done work. That's the only thing she's got to do.
No. She's got to do the back scratches. That's the ultimate.
Yeah, that dog-like treatment. Yeah, that's all that she got to do. But check this out. When it's any other way, it fails. Nina,
what do you mean? If it's
any
any other way, it fails.
Nina, if I got into a car with any woman on earth and I kicked my feet up and said, "Take me out," you'd be over. She'd be so dry a cactus would pull out her.
Wait, what? You sat in a car and you kicked your shoes off?
If I kicked my feet up in a car and said, "Where are you taking me on a date?" it would be over. It's fucking game over.
Well, I think it would be weird that you're kicking. I mean, did she pick you up, or you're in your own car and then you sit in the passenger seat, or you're sitting in the driver's seat and you kick your feet up?
She picked me up.
Oh, well, then obviously she knows where. I think that would actually be funny.
But you're cool, Nina. Most women are not cool.
I think a lot of people are cool. I think that you just have the problem where you go after like people that you know are like thoughts or whatever, and then you get mad at them for being thoughts, bro. Like,
No, here's what
this
I'm
is
mad
like
about, Nina. Your
this
side
is the Andrew
is.
Tate syndrome, bro. That's
Am
why,
I-
like, fucking your cuck, bro.
No,
what's
no.
his name? Is
We're pro family. We're nothing like Tate. We're pro man, woman. That's it. And have some kids.
No, Tate says that he's that. By the
Well,
way.
now he does. Now that he has
But your
to.
boy
Now
Sneeko,
that
has he ever told
Muslims
you
are
the
on his
cuck
ass.
story?
Huh?
I'm just saying, your boy Sneeko's ever told you the cuck story?
I know Sneeko in person well, and he even says live all of his mistakes. It's not like he runs from this topic. Do you think
just
he
saying that-
runs?
No, I don't think that he runs. I think that
Now check this out,
that
Nina.
it literally traumatized him because he wasn't comfortable with it, and I think that honestly impacted his ton of why his perspective. Because he
Okay,
used to
then
be, like,
then
super
hold on.
progressive.
Then how is his conclusion the same as mine? And I don't have that story. Because it's the truth,
Because
Nina.
I
It's
don't
the
think
truth.
that you
Our side
feel
is
that-
fucking
okay,
truth.
but you're saying that you're agreeing with somebody who literally got traumatized by being cucked. He's talking about how it traumatized him, bro.
I will never agree with a male who has not been traumatized. That's what the is a man besides a traumatized boy?
A trauma.
How can you be a man without trauma, Nina? I don't get it.
Would you relate that to the same way that you see all porn stars as traumatized women? Is that maybe why you have that?
Yeah, but when women are
interpretation?
traumatized, they don't become better people after. They actually.
You think that you become a better person
You-
as a man when you're traumatized, but not when you're a woman?
Of course, you have no choice, or else you kill yourself. That's why men
You
become
think
better.
women can't kill themselves? Like,
Oh yeah, women kill themselves like men do. Okay.
I'm not saying that. Obviously, I know that men have a higher suicide rate. And you know why most of that is because a lot of that is fucking military service. Because our country has completely. I mean, you don't live in America, but
In
the United
military
States completely
service is why men kill
failed our
themselves.
fucking veteran. No, that's a huge part of it. The proportion. It's not the only reason. That's ridiculous to say that.
Men have harder lives than women in every single aspect.
You know
of
why that
reality.
probably is? Because of fucking dumbass toxic masculinity.
But
where
I thought it's a
everyone thinks that you have
patriarchy.
to-
You said
have
it's a
to be, like, the
patriarchy.
best of the best,
How's
and
it
you
a
can't have any
patriarchy
flaws.
then? How's it a patriarchy if we have harder lives?
What do you mean? Because we have harder. Because you guys.
We
do
rigged
this
it
weird
against
standard
ourselves?
to each other. Okay, this whole competitive thing between men, you don't think that men are competitive with each other.
Actually, no. Not nowadays. They're pathetic. Look at Twitch.
Okay, but we're not talking about particularly nowadays. I'm just saying.
Real
in
men
general.
are competitive. Yeah, petty and competitive and jealous. That's what a real man is.
Yeah, so you don't think that mentality is like you don't have to be those things to be like a man.
Yes,
know?
you do. How
I
Inuyasha?
think-
That's Inuyasha. Is that? Do you know who Inuyasha is?
Yeah, literally like super
Inuyasha-
abusive all the time, and she
Inuyasha
has to, like,
don't
talk
let-
him down
even
when he
when-
turns into a demon. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good relationship.
Inuyasha, even when he's not dating Kagome, she's not allowed to go nowhere. He follows her around because he's a dog demon.
Yeah,
That's
psychotic.
what a fucking man is. He owns
Oh
her.
my god. Oh my god. All right, I need to go pee. I'll be right back.
All right, more questions for Nina coming up, guys. This is Nina Zherka Late Night. We're going to be doing this at the house too. And what do you guys think? Does she have a point with the patriarchy take, or is that the worst take ever? A real man don't need a relationship. True. Relationship meaning two people when it's really just, let's be honest, it's the man's life and she's just joining. She's just joining, right? Women wait around at the finish line like the red pill community says, right? The corny red pill community is right about that. They wait around the finish line and they're like, you know what's funny about the finish line though, ladies, is you think you're smart waiting around at the finish line for a successful man, but you have to share us. You think, wait, why don't you go with the plumber and the electrician and have a good Christian life? Fool. They wait around to get to share a dude. Isn't that sad? Like, what? If I was a girl, I'd just get
Are
a
you being
dog.
racist by mentioning all anime stuff?
Racist towards anime? Oh, because you're Japanese? Yeah, okay. I forgot. You're like a white chick to me. You're a white chick to me, but yeah, sure.
No, I'm
being
super
racist.
white passing. Would you consider yourself white?
Um, Yeah, but I'm the real white. I'm Mediterranean. I'm not like the the up north white.
What is the up
Like
north
let's
way?
let's be honest, right?
Or when you say Hassan?
Nordic people came from me. I didn't come from them. They came from me. We're olive. We're not meant to be Mizkif. I'm sorry, Miz. Right? Real white men don't have blue eyes. That's just not how it works. Real white men have brown eyes. The most attractive men on earth are brunette with brown eyes. Like
Who do you think is the hottest guy?
Blue eyes is a genetic. No, I like my.
You gonna tell me Henry Cavill's not hot?
No. He loves Warhammer, so I love him.
He's a book.
Oh, Miz is Italian. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, my favorite Europeans will be Italians, Albanians. I love Bosnians. Some Croatians I love. Who else? I have to give it up to the Swedish cucks because they've supported me since day one. Like Swedish red pill is a PewDiePie pill, if you know what I mean.
What is Dunkel?
Dunkel's I think his genealogy is woman.
Got him.
I don't know what Dunkel is. What is he? Oh, he's Egyptian, but he got banned from Egypt for being soft.
You're from Albania, right?
Yeah, I'm Albanian from Kosovo, and that's where my good looks are from, actually. And by good looks, I mean the only guy on this platform who has every girl in his DMs is Albanian. Like the Balkan guys are coping so hard. They're like, Zherka, you're actually Croatian. You're actually Bosnian. You're actually, how about no, motherfucker? I'm nothing like you guys. You guys have no bitch. You guys need 10 million followers to have bitch. Nina, you're Japanese, right?
I love inner European racism. I think it's so funny because it's like
I know,
nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about.
I love inner European racism because you don't get banned for it. If you shit on white people, the corporate ruling class goes, very good. So like I can shit on, I can do some edgier humor here. I'm kidding.
Okay,
Racism
you want to do some hot
bad.
takes to Hassan?
Racism is bad. First of all, here's my racial take to Hassan. I've never met a Turkish guy that soy. Do you know what Turkish guys are like? They're literally me. They're literally me with every opinion. So that's what scares me about biker. Is like the world thinks that's what a Turkish guy is. I'm like, dude, you have no idea.
You're not Turkish. Why does it matter?
I'm just saying Turkish guys are nothing like him. You got to meet them. They're way different. They're awesome.
What is not a Turkish? Oh, fucking, who's the one who took that fat L and...
You know what Turkish guys are really like? They'll see your...
Dr. Oz is Turkish.
Oh, yeah. What Turkish guys are like... What my Turkish guys are like, right? They'll see their buddy's wife. They'll see their buddy's wife at a club cheating on the buddy, and the Turkish men just go and spill a drink in her face. That's what they do in Vancouver.
Wait, so they didn't know that their wife was at the club, so they separately went to the same club, and they didn't realize they were going to run into each other?
No, they DM'd the guy, hey, your wife's at the club. Did you know that? And he said, I didn't know that. And then they go splash her with alcohol in the face. And I just thought it was extreme.
So
I was like, that's what Turkish guys are like in my city. They're not really like Hassan. Like, they get offended.
Like a lot of work.
Yeah, because, you know, Nina, what I think is the ultimate test of a man?
Oh, I'm here for this.
The ultimate test of a man is when he's offered the world for his morals. So I'm offered a lot of money to collab with my OnlyFans friends, and I'm like, no, I would much rather grind. But
I would love to have somebody compilation all of the inconsistencies of the shit that you say.
Really? You think I'll one day open an OF? Yeah.
No, but you literally said like you basically do anything for like a certain amount of money or whatever. And it's just like
no. My first question on Twitch on the Raw show was, "Would you suck for $1 million?" I said, "Not even for 50 million."
What about 100?
Put me on a lie detector.
I mean, so is that a yes?
Put me on a lie detector and test me.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal, bro. People suck. I mean, like, do you think that it's that reprehensible that something that I assume has happened to you, that, like, you would not reciprocate the act?
That's like you eating the box for $50 million.
I would 100% eat the box for $50 million. What the fuck?
Ah! No,
It's
Nina.
not that big of a fucking deal, bro.
Nina, go watch Dante.
I mean, do you eat box?
No.
Are you serious?
I know. The question I used to get...
You're lying.
I'm not. The question I always got asked by girls is, they're like, with those lips, you don't eat the box? And I would immediately be like, if you talk to me about this, I'm cheating on you. Stop it.
To be fair with your teeth, that might cause a problem.
No, but Nina, there's something weird where I swear to God, this is going to piss you off, but I've never been with
I don't think it will.
I've never been with a woman who their fetish is not getting me off. That's their fetish. Is like ownership.
I think they probably just liked you and they just wanted.
No, I have a radar. I have a
normal relationship.
Nina, I have a radar for women like that are very about the guy, all about the guy. I have a radar for that. So at a bar, if I talk to someone who's very equality based, I don't even get the number. I go, what the fuck is this? But if I see
to guys?
Yeah, if I sense clinginess and they just want to serve me, that's the ones I date.
Wait, but you're...
Yeah.
Did I just mishear you? You're literally talking about guys?
No, not men. I've never been with a man.
Oh, I misheard.
Nina,
they serve you. So this is what I'm saying. This is why you have problems where it's just like, it's probably just like hoes, bro. Like, this is like the ultimate problem, like Fresh and Fit has.
Nina.
Oh, by the way, have you ever considered going on their podcast? I bet they'd have you.
Fresh Fit?
They're in Miami.
Yeah, I've missed. They've hosted my channel and they've asked me. They're great guys. I will be on eventually. But I think it's stupid to go on now. During my growth phase on YouTube would be better because they're YouTubers and stuff. And I'll visit Miami and do that. Right now it'd be kind of dumb because I really have to just push content out there and then get my name out. So then people have shit to click on. Fresh, new shit. But Nina, I'm telling you, you'd be surprised, but the healthiest mind of a woman is to serve her man. And that's not misogyny.
What do you base that off of?
Studies.
Okay.
Like when you look at the most...
Name some. What statistic analysis of that, like of happiness? I think that's really hard to quantify.
Look at the traditional housewife and ask her if she's getting therapy.
Okay, I could ask that. What does that mean?
I'm saying they're pretty well off compared to the single liberal woman.
Okay, on that note.
Also, another thing.
Do you think in this economy that anyone can have a family and a one income family? Do you really think that you could have children on that?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you could physically, but like, you really think that you could have a happy, unstressful, like...
Cristiano Ronaldo grew up in dirt.
Okay, you give me an example of one random person that is clearly not of this time period. I'm saying right now, with inflation the way it is, thank you, Joe Biden, let's go, Brandon, all of that, sure, whatever. It's more Russia's fault, but...
Nina, it's worse to raise a kid with money. It's better to raise a broke kid.
Who do you know that owns a house? You were right earlier when you said you could buy a house when you were like 21, when you were like 50, working like a grocery store job. Do you think that's possible now?
Well, all my friends have houses. I have property. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like $1 million in Vancouver is stupid and stuff like that. But Nina, you don't really need a house just to have kids. Matter of fact, the kids light a fire under you. You work. No,
but I'm saying you need to have a double income family. You cannot have a single income family. Like an average person, the average person in this Twitch chat right now.
Okay,
there's no way that if they found their dream girl, she could be a stay-at-home wife. They are not making enough money. Nobody is.
Nina, when you're right, you need two incomes, and it means the man has to have two jobs. She still has to be at home.
That's very.
Because Nina, the problem
that's very much supporting the men there. When did they just don't come home, or like, is it like 2 8-hour shifts?
Dad doesn't really need to be home. He's just the icon to the son. Do you think Donald Trump was home? He was like working. He was traveling the world working, and his kids want to be like him. Dads who play
that's an interpretation of the average person.
Dads who stay at home and take care of kids are fucking cocks.
You can't have a dad staying at home. I'm saying neither one can stay at home. You have to work, bro. Late stage capitalism, nobody can stay at home. If you want people to get married and have children and have housewives, trad wives, you need to fucking support shit that isn't like this bullshit capitalist grind set shit where you have to both be slaving away. You should support social programs.
No. Here's what you're supposed to support. You're supposed to unite state and church.
And unions.
You need the union of the state and church. You have to make divorce illegal.
What?
And you have to make divorce illegal. That's step one.
How at all does that help like the financial situation?
It doesn't matter when the kid has both their parents and mom's at home, dad's at work. Look, the best memories of chat and their father.
Well, I mean, ideally, you'd have your family to take care of while they're at
right,
work.
But everyone in this chat remembers their dad was sleeping all the time. That's what a dad is. They're tired.
Well, my mom would do 12-hour shifts, so...
That's why you turned out to be so rotten, Nina. It's because you needed...
Why? Because my mom is like a multimillionaire?
I'm surprised you didn't get bad at the divorce take.
Well, I don't think you believe that at all. That's very silly. I mean, I think that, like, literally divorce was created because Henry the VIII or whatever hated his wife so much, and that's why divorce, it was a man-created thing, so I don't understand why you would even support that. If you want to marry a young bitch, divorce her ass.
No, how can you be united before God till death do you part if you can have a divorce? That's retarded.
Okay.
That's like saying I want a divorce from my brother because he's pissing me off. That's like
your brother.
Well, you still got to be in his life.
Well, you're not legally. Marriage is just a legally like binding or a social contract that has tax benefits and shit like that.
No, marriage is for God. That's number one.
What is he like jerking off to like your union or something?
Well, God wants to see you walk through the gates of heaven with a partner, and
what if you die at different times?
Huh?
Do you want to do like Egyptian style, where if one dies, you have to kill the other one?
Depends who. Okay.
Or do you have to like wait it out?
No, listen. If my wife passed away, I would never remarry.
Why?
Why would I ever dishonor her?
Well, I don't think you're gonna marry to begin with this ideology.
Oh, I've been proposed to. Like, believe me, men like me, we just.
Well, why didn't you take it? That's very haram.
Because I always got excited by the bad options. You know, the ones with like, ooh, tits and ass.
So it seems like there might be So I
gotta heal that. And Nina, remember, all murder.
Do you go to church?
No. All murder on earth. I probably should go to church, but all.
Have you ever been to church?
Yeah, I have. But
Catholic, Protestant.
It was Anglican church. It was an Asian church, believe it or not. It's all Chinese people, in Vancouver. I know, right? But check this out, Nina. I went as a guest, by the way. Check this out, Nina. All murder on earth is because of women.
Jeffrey Dahmer
grew up with a single mom.
Literally not true.
Dahmer had both parents?
No, he stayed with his dad.
Exactly my point. Broken home.
Okay. So you're literally okay. So 9/11 women.
Yes. What, you think it was Muhammad Atta? You think a passport caused it? Nina, look at this. Was it 80% of all murderers?
So do you support the America deserves narrative?
And Nina, go look at young men who grew up with single dads.
I don't really want to look at young men.
Every single time a man grows up with a single mom, he kills people.
That's
Every single time. There's no exception to the rule. If they grew up with a single mom, they're either a murderer, a rapist, or a molester. All right,
chat. So is anyone in chat have a single parent?
Yeah, those are Zherka subs. They're the most f***ed up.
Oh no! I mean, that is statistically true that in at least America,
Chat. All right, is this
having
too
a
much?
single parent
Listen,
household is statistically
if
higher
you
likelihood
if you didn't have
of
two
committing
parents,
crimes. But obviously, you're only having one income, and this is exactly what I was saying earlier.
it's not about money.
It is. You think socioeconomic factors do not apply to crime? That's like something we've known since like Greece, bro.
I'm telling you, it's something the mom is instilling. She's projecting her hatred on the child. That's why the
All right,
child
Jesse
becomes a
Lee Peterson.
yes, exactly. The child becomes a shooter because of the mom.
You know, Jesse Lee Peterson got outed for being like a they called him a, I'm doing finger quotes, homo predator, which is really dumb because it was a bunch of Catholics.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I have fake news. I love Jesse.
Beta, would you go on his show? He might have you.
Yeah, yeah. I would just submit to him.
You'd
I would, whatever he wants. Not that, but I'm saying if Jesse Lee Peterson ever had a take of mine he didn't like, I would switch the take. I would just copy his.
I think he would probably call you a beta.
He's right. It's Jesse Lee Peterson. What the?
So you can take the L there, and then maybe take the D later.
You don't think he's a brave guy for what he does as an old man?
What is he doing exactly?
His opinions can get him shot.
Well, I mean, what?
It's a dangerous time to be a Jesse, right?
To be, oh, just the name. The name's the problem.
You don't think he's a brave old man? I think Jesse, Donald
I think
Trump.
he's very charismatic, and it's very funny, and like his like dynamic with Destiny. I know it's like an old video, but I had watched it like somewhat recently, like maybe like last year, and they're kind of cute together. So I get the appeal, and I think that could be you.
You said your mom's a millionaire?
Yeah.
What's she do?
She well, I'm not gonna dox everything she does, but she owns her own company, and she does computer programming.
Hmm. Am I meeting her?
I'm not from Texas. You know that, right?
Where are you from?
You know where I'm from.
I
That's always
know,
the
I
joke
forgot.
of calling me a lib.
I keep forgetting. Are you
Chat, guess where I'm from.
Cali?
Okay, well that's not fun if they can't guess. But yes,
Is
you're
it
correct.
Cali?
Yes, I'm from California. I'm from the Bay Area too, the libbiest of lib places. Kamala Harris is from my backyard, basically.
Do you like Kamala?
No, she's like an idiot. You know, she wanted to jail parents for their kids skipping school.
Based.
Oh my god, how do you have the worst takes?
What do you want to do with those
So
kids?
you like Kamala Harris then?
I guess I love her. I didn't even hear that.
That's ridiculous. Just because your kid's being an idiot doesn't mean that you should go to jail for. Like, how is that going to help the family? Like, do you believe in any sort of like actual practical like help for people?
No, because progressive, practical.
Okay, you just saying it.
Anything progressive and practical. Where did it lead us? Anxiety, depression,
It led us
suicide.
it led us to get rid of slavery. It led us to get rid of Jim Crow laws. It led us to the feminist, I know that's going to trigger you, me saying this, feminist movement. It led us towards a lot of better things than if we were just living in the dark ages of a theocracy or something.
Didn't
Are you
every
a supporter of the
feminist?
theocracy?
I don't need. The feminist movement is women submitting to a corporate male who said, "Take your clothes off for $5.99 a month." That's what feminism is. It's OnlyFans. Like, where's the movement?
I don't at all agree that. Oh, so every woman is just doing that's what feminism is. I mean, having the choice to be a home mom and being a breadwinner or any other version of that, yeah, just having the option is all it is. And also, feminism has always helped men. I don't understand why I know that you don't give a shit about men's rights, which I am a men's rights activist, and I've always said that because I actually give a shit about helping young men.
Why?
And old men, or any man.
Why? Men betrayed themselves.
Because we're all the same fucking people. With the betrayal. Oh, wait, so your version of helping them is just like shit on them.
I'm only here to save my tribe. I don't really care about society.
Okay, so what are you doing to save your tribe?
I do this show, right? The Zherka show, where I laugh at your side for 40 hours of stream. And then my chat never goes through the traumas that your side goes through, right? Because then my chat sees me laughing at them. And they go, I don't want to be laughed at by Zherka. He might react to me, right? So I'm saving my tribe.
For you? Like, what do you mean you're saving them from what?
From falling
from
into
you. So wait, are you becoming a dictator? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking that. I know that's what you want.
Well, if it works, Padme.
Stop it.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Not a fan. Razor is though, so I am adjacent.
Nina, you know what's coming our way is a big Christian nationalist movement.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying my best to stop. Would you? I mean,
you better hop on the wave with us, Nina. We're going to. You, me, and Razor are going to church. It's time. No more depression. No more anxiety. We're going to church.
I used to go to. I mean, I don't know if you know. I went to a Christian school, my dude. I went to church. I've gone to church more than you and probably most people in the chat have ever gone in their entire life, because I had to go like 2 times a week, or sometimes 3. Because it just was what you literally had to do it as part of the school, which is why I'm so adamantly against it. Because
are you a Jesuit?
Jesuit?
What kind of school?
What do you mean?
What kind of school did you go to?
Oh, I don't remember what it was. Protestant something or whatever, but okay. It wasn't like Catholic, but it was.
What
the biggest example? Okay, I mean, like, I've told this story before, but like,
what is your hatred with Christ?
Okay, well, for one, hearing the same stories and seeing the way people act, even when you're a kid, you don't even know better. You're just like, oh, why aren't you doing what you're trying to teach us to do? Because people are cheating on their wives and shit. And also, I had one moment where I was like really down bad in high school. I was dating somebody as a freshman. I mean, at this point, we'd been dating for 3 years, but I started dating him when I was a freshman. He was a senior. It was like really fucked up. I mean, the age difference wasn't that much. It was like 2 years, but like just like he was like super controlling and psychotic. But I had sent him like suggestive pictures, obviously, when we were still dating, and then I broke up with him because he was like super abusive and whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to send them to your school," because I was applying to college at the time. He was already out of school or whatever.
Affirmative action. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
I was, and he was like, I mean, me not thinking, I'm obviously a kid, being like, oh, like that would actually do anything. But so I want to get ahead of it, being proactive, and being like, he's like threatening me with this, along with threatening to kill me and all of that stuff. You know how it goes.
Wow.
So I go to the church, and they won't talk to me for whatever reason. And then I go to the administration for the school, and I talk to them about it, tell them the story, tell them what I'm afraid of. I'm obviously afraid of like them like trying to, like they're basically blackmailing me, because they're like, you have to stay in a relationship with me, like what? It's like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but the guy was weird. Right, Ben? That's what I'm saying. So anyways, so I talked to them, and I ended up getting a week's worth of detention because I had sent those pictures in the first place, when I was clearly getting manipulated, and I was like 15. Right, Ben? I know you're getting triggered that time. And I ended up getting a week's worth of detention for that. Ben, stop!
So I don't get how that's Christ's fault.
Because the administration was part of the church.
Right, but
so basically, I was like desperate, like didn't know where to go to, and I went there to try and like was desperate for help. I was like at my like most vulnerable moment, because I'd never been religious before, really, like because it was kind of over it. But I was like, okay, I'm like willing to be like down bad and like see, like I've always heard that they're gonna help me, Mm-hmm. And then instead of helping me, the church itself punished me.
Right, but it seems like you think that everyone in the church is like a superhero. Aren't they just humans who sin as well?
Okay, but that has nothing to do with that. I mean,
I don't know. I can't imagine hating God because of humanity's flaws. It's kind of weird.
Okay, then what's God doing?
Well, you have free will, right? So God's watching.
Okay, but he's not doing anything for me, so if he's not doing anything, then why does it matter?
I mean, didn't he give you life?
No.
Who gave you life?
My mom and dad.
And who gave them life?
Their parents.
And then how far does this go? To God.
Are you really
right?
gonna go? Oh my God! So is
Does
in
it
your
go to
mind?
does it go to the Big Bang Theory?
I would imagine so. Yes, if you're gonna go all the way back.
The God of
So you think that it
randomness?
makes more sense? Like you ever heard of the idea of uh
Hmm.
help me out here. It's the where everything was created. I know they use like the tails of like sperm as like an example of we couldn't have possibly done that through evolution or whatever.
Yeah, evolution's bullshit.
Well, it's just like a Christian scientist. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, we denounce those guys. We don't even.
Okay, so when are you going to church?
Nina, we don't believe in dinosaurs. Kraken, claw and Kraken. Thank you, Kraken. Nina, you believe in dinosaurs as well? Like how?
Kraken, do you go to church?
Nina, do you believe in dinosaurs?
What do you mean, like that they existed?
Yeah.
You know what sucks about that is if you go to like a museum and you see like the full skeletons, like it's just like tiny little bits of it, and then it's like a gigantic plastic mold.
You're so fucking based. I love you. Why are you saying that? You're supposed to defend.
Well, no, that's true.
You're
because
supposed to defend your lore.
Well, that doesn't mean they don't exist. There's still like little bits of it. It's just that's...
Yeah, there's a tooth. Yeah. What about the whole like adaptation's real, right? The rabbits with brown fur made it,
adaptation.
The rabbits with brown fur got to breed more, right? Because they were like hidden in the bush, and I guess now there's more brown fur.
Oh, you mean
rabbits.
like
adaptation's real,
natural
right?
selection?
No, adaptation's real, but evolution, meaning an animal species transitions from a whale to a whale with feet to a land animal, that's never been proven.
What?
Like there's no think of the diagram of ape to man. There's 4 different half ape, half men, Neanderthal, all that are just gone, and now it's just apes and humans. The transitional species are never found in any animal.
Oh, you know what's nuts is like on evolutionary theory, like Neanderthals and Homo sapiens were two. They're kind of like different types of tigers, I guess. Like they probably could breed with each other, but they like were completely wiped out but they were like so similar.
Well, think about
to
dogs.
Humans at one point.
Think of dogs. Dogs, right? There's so many different breeds of dogs because they're bred with other dogs. They're not bred with wolves.
That's literally how dogs happen. So I don't know.
No, like there's no transitional species. If there was transitional species from dog to wolf,
it's just mutations. Like, okay, so for example, you've seen my dog Maki. She's tiny.
Right, but breeding dogs.
Her parents are normal sized.
But they're breeding the same species, is all I'm saying.
You're telling me that wolves and dogs are not related?
No, they're related, but there's no transitional species from wolf to dog. There's no transitional species from whale to a whale with legs, an amphibious whale to a dog to a land mammal.
Is it just because you want to that whale? Is that what you're concerned about?
I'm just saying evolution is like, it was the most laughed at thing when it came out. Like Darwin was the most laughed at by every intellectual, and then they got
well, Darwin didn't do evolution. He did the natural selection with the Galapagos things.
Lamarck, Darwin, all these.
I feel like we're gonna get worryingly into flat Earth, and we don't want to go there.
No.
I want to talk more about your relationships and stuff like that, because you keep calling me satanic for everything that I say. Yeah. I want to know: have you actually ever had like a long-term relationship?
No, only a year and a half. For me, that's a long time, though.
That is a long time.
That's a long time.
When was that?
I was 21 to 23. It was like on and off, and I would go to live at her place. So it was like a lot of time together. And
were you around the same age?
Yeah, from my high school. The girls from my high school. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how much of a waste of time that shit was. Like, it teaches you
Wow.
stuff, but you should never, ever get in a relationship unless you have $300,000 in your bank account. Otherwise, you're just yelling at her for no reason.
What's the financial relationship between those two things?
Well, all divorces and breakups happen because of financial pressures. Even if she's not a gold digger, she's barking and bitching because she's insecure about a future with you. So a lot of times, if I lost my job and got fired, a lot more arguments came out of nowhere. And,
Well, that is the number one divorce cause. Is
yeah. All she complained about was that I have no future, and I started drug dealing. I made a lot of money, and then she had a problem with money as well.
Did she not work? Like, why is it not equal on that side?
She was in school, so.
Oh.
But yeah, everything I wanted to take her out and do stuff with her, it was always a drag because money was always on my mind.
But when you had money, it was still on your mind.
No, when I had money, I never took her anywhere. Like,
That's a really weird mind. Why are you so concerned about money all the time? Did you grow up like super poor or something?
no, but I grew up working construction and moving warehouse boxes for like $10 an hour. So I have a big trauma about like growing up. Because, if you don't have college, if you dropped out of college and you're just moving boxes for $10 an hour, you get very insecure.
Oh, getting f***ed by the minimum wage.
Well, to be honest, it was my fault. I didn't have a skill set. Like the
No,
world,
I mean, that's reasonable.
yeah. So money's huge.
Did you ever consider going to college?
I did. I went for 2 semesters and then I dropped out. Because
What'd you go for?
physiology, philosophy, and anthropology. Anthropology with Lucy
Those are
and
very different things.
I know, right? And these are my courses. And then I kept buying $400 textbooks, and I kept looking around to everyone in my high school who finished college, and all of them were working Starbucks and shit. And then I panicked. I said, I can't do college. So I did 2 semesters, dropped out, wasted all that money. Then I did construction, sales, and then bouncing.
Why didn't you stay in construction though? Because that's like a whole career path.
Because I wanted to kill myself. Construction is the worst job
like
I've
it?
ever had. You know how bad construction is, dude?
I've never done it. I don't know.
Imagine having the hardest workout of your life for 8 hours a day, making $10 an hour, and that's not even the sad part. The sad part is everyone is stuck there with you, and they remind you they're stuck. So they buy little lottery tickets, and they go, hey, maybe I'm going to win. And then they go home to their lives, and they're so sweet. They'll like have me over for a beer, and I'll open the fridge, and it's all empty, and they're like struggling and divorced, and I'm like, oh, that's my life, dude, if I stay in construction.
They're gonna say their fridge was full of lottery tickets. That's fair.
No, construction, that's when I got obsessed with helping men, because I realized like, I wish every woman on earth did construction 8 hours a day for $10 an hour just to see what real struggle is.
What do you think struggle is just physical struggle? So if you were like
No, but
incredibly...
it's not even the physical struggle. It's knowing that you're trapped. The mental part.
You think women don't feel that?
Never. Women never feel trapped.
Women have never felt that.
Women
have you ever heard of the concept of being in an unhappy marriage?
Women have never felt financially trapped one day in their life.
Okay, so
ever.
let's go back to the 50s. The way that you want to live, they literally would be financially trapped.
How? With their kids and their dog?
If you abolished marriage?
Yeah, they'd have a white picket fence, kids and family, and they'll have grandma making apple pie. They'll have good mental health. Why are we pretending like the mental health pandemic it was also in the 50s? No, it's now. It's with you guys. It's your problem.
What, the chat's problem?
No, it's your problem. It's your progressive experiment.
What did I do?
Your progressive experiment failed
society.
Society.
I'm the one that's working for fixing it. It seems like you're...
No, you're not. You're voting.
Would you consider yourself a conservative?
Yeah.
So you want things to stay the change, so you don't want to fix things?
No. Listen, we do things for thousands of years because it works.
Yeah, so you want to go back to the cave or what?
No, let's go back to the best times.
Which was, again, with segregation, in your mind.
Right? Mine would be more extreme, right? You cannot graduate high school until you memorize the Bible. Until you memorize the Bible, you cannot graduate high school.
Well, joke's on you. I did kind of have to do that, and I don't remember any of that shit.
You don't remember anything of
And
the
you've
Bible?
never even done that. Stop it.
You don't remember who's Mary Magdalene?
That's not a verse of the Bible, my dude.
But who is she?
A
Holy shit. I thought progressives don't say that word. I thought it's sex work and you support
No,
it.
that's what it says in the book. I mean, what do you want from me?
Okay, pretty based. But
I mean, literally. I mean, have you read the Bible? Are
But
you serious?
she cleans up her act.
She literally cleans his feet with her hair, which is kind of hot, I assume, to somebody.
She's beautiful. She fixes herself.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, of course she does.
I feel like you don't know anything about the Bible. What are your thoughts on the Quran?
I know the Quran. I know the Bible better, but ask me anything. Go. Ask me any character's name, anything.
What do you feel? This is more of a cultural thing, I suppose, but like,
I'm way more political than spiritual, true. But go. Ask me anything.
yeah, you're not spiritual at all.
Go ahead.
I don't know anything about the Quran, so I didn't really have a question. I'm just curious. What about the Torah?
That is the Bible. So yeah.
So are you more of a Old Testament or New Testament person?
It's all about the red text. It's all about Christ. That is the best society. But with the Ten Commandments, the Ten Commandments are based as,
which is Old Testament.
yeah. But other than that, it's about Christ. Christians built the greatest societies ever.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. That helps me because I'm a wrathful guy. And I'm a sinful guy. I still sin.
So you don't cast stones then?
No, I do. I struggle with faith.
That's also New Testament, by the way.
Why? You said Old Testament?
Well, I'm just confused of which one you like.
Not the Jewish one.
The Torah? Well, you said
no,
that.
Of course you need
that
both.
That is what the Old Testament.
No, of course you need both. But for the best example of how to live a life, you want to help the lepers like Christ.
Okay, what do you think about that Bible verse that is when they're in Sodom, where there's angels that visit? Let's say Job. I don't think that's right.
The buff
Chat,
angels.
you can figure this out.
The buff, yeah.
Yeah, and like there's like some assholes that want to kill the angels. So then he's like, "Dude, rape my daughters instead."
Yeah, these stories, they take you places. They teach you things.
Relatable?
Yeah, it is.
Why did you say that?
They're relatable stories. Sometimes people come to your house and say stuff like that to you.
And then you sacrifice your daughter's virginity for them to go away.
No, because I would be living like Christ.
By getting killed at 30? I mean, you're coming up on that.
No, resurrected at 33. Another thing, Christ brought the sword, so I don't think I would
What
give up.
What sword did he bring? What are you talking about?
Christ was flipping tables. He wasn't a hippie. This is like a common misconception.
That is the most hippie shit I've ever. He was against capitalism, bro.
Sure.
He was pissed off that they were monetizing the temple.
So are we. We're not.
My dude, you know nothing about this.
Nina, we're not pro-capitalism. We're not a free market right wing. We're a Christian.
We're a Christian system are you down for?
We want a Christian theocracy. We don't really care about the free market. This is all we want. This is our movement, Nina. We don't really care about what OnlyFans is making the most money in the free market and limited government. We don't give a fuck about that.
You think that theocracy would be logistically good for just people?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Nina, growing up in a system where the king and queen fear Christ is the greatest system you could have. The problem.
So are you a fan of the royalty because you're Canadian?
No, because they're Masons. They're Freemasons.
They're the American Freemasons, but they're
Freemason is
genetic
secular.
royalty.
But Freemason is pro-secularism, right? So
okay, but that's still American.
I'm against the royal family because they are not Christian. They're Christian in name, kind of like the Pope. Does that make sense?
No, I don't really understand their consistency there.
Okay. Just look at the Jesuit oath. It contradicts the whole Bible, right?
Literally everything contradicts the Bible in the Bible.
You act like you could build a society in with your politics
We
without
already
God.
have, my dude. I don't think
No,
it's very
are
complicated. We're living in it. That's
atheists
what America is,
atheist
fucker.
atheists built a society ever in history?
No,
That's
it does
never
not.
happened.
It's not. I'm not like Chinese, bro. I'm not a collectivist where you all have to be irreligious. I just think religion is silly. But if you want to be religious, you have the freedom to. That's what fucking America's about. You dirty Canadian. What do you mean?
It should be school mandated religion.
No, that's ridiculous. That's so authoritarian and unpatriotic. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that to you.
But
I get confused sometimes that you're Canadian.
but Nina, look at
It's
your system. It's like your system is depression and anxiety. Like your system failed miserably. Zoomers hate it, millennials hate it, everyone hates it, and nobody can point their finger and say
Everyone always hated it. You just weren't allowed to complain about it on the internet. Like, you think people were happy back in the day when you were dying at the age of like 25 because of dysentery? Nobody liked anything. Have you ever read journals of like anybody? Everyone hated it. We just all know about it now.
yeah, I don't really buy that where, life expectancy has increased with McDonald's. I don't really buy that fake news, bro.
Okay, where are you gonna get your stats from there?
Say again?
What? You don't think that stats are accurate
I mean,
in
weren't you like
life
very
expectancy?